Minecraft horror mods are something I generally like to keep an eye on, as I've liked watching the evolution of them throughout the year, going from things like dwellers to infection mods and now ARG mods. So for this video I wanted to try some newer or lesser known horror mods to put them in the spotlight and give them a little review at the end. I tried them all out for around 2 hours except the last one, which was 5 hours, but let's get right to it. The first one is The Farmer. The Farmer is the first mod I wanted to look at. It is a just classic Minecraft horror chaser mob, but it had a few different mobs and advertised a way to stop the creature from attacking and chasing you. When I spawned into the world, I would find this little farmer hut thing, which is the one structure added by the mod. It's had a few things in it to help you get like a kickstart on food, but not much else to it. I'd run around for a bit longer before having my first run-in with the farmer. Wow. This is like... Dude. I mean, it still goes hard, but this is like peak 2010... Sorry, 2010 is like 2012 base bar. Are you kidding me? That's insane. Oh. Hey, man. Can you climb? No. No, you cannot. Can I kill you? Give you a hoe. How badly do you hurt? Okay. Ooh. Hey, man. Oh, he might actually... Oh. Unfortunately, he crashed my game. And this was a consistent thing that would happen. And I could not find a fix for this, so I would just continue checking out the other stuff in the mod, like the Shadower, just the main villain of the mod. He kind of reminded me of a tardigrade. It was okay looking. And then I would try the thing where you stop the farmer from attacking you by giving him the Shadower's Eye. After you give it to him, he gives you a wall of text to read through explaining his situation, and then he's chill. Overall, I'd give the farmer about like a 5 out of 10. I would rate it a 6 out of 10 if it wasn't crashing, but this is a consistent thing, and I tried again post-update and it was still crashing for me, so it's got some room for improvement. The next mod on the list was the Radioactive Terror. This is a mod that adds Godzilla in a more horrific form. He acts sort of like the Witherstorm from the Witherstorm mod, where once you activate him, he gets bigger over time and chases you down. Once I spawned into the world, I actually had a bit of prep time before the creature would spawn, as I had to make him spawn myself by breaking the egg, but I didn't want to get too much and trivialize the experience. When I broke the egg, it gave me a countdown before spawning a tiny little Godzilla. However, I would quickly duck underground to collect resources to make an item to kill him, as you couldn't kill him with a sword or any normal Minecraft weapon. You had to make a specific thing from the mod to be able to actually kill Godzilla. However, once I returned to the surface after collecting enough stuff, I would find out that he had evolved, and I'd very promptly be put down in his evolved state. It's okay though, as I was able to quickly grab my stuff back before running away to grab the last little resources I needed to kill him. And with the Godzilla killer in hand, I would start going towards him. Unfortunately, another mod breaking glitch happened and he killed himself before I actually got close enough to use the item, which sucked a lot. It was at this point where I would just go into creative to take a look at the rest of his forms and what he looked like. It's also this point where I will give a short kind of review of what I think could be done better. Pros is that I think it's actually a pretty good idea, and I like the way he looks. I think the model's pretty good and the texture works good. And I think we need more horror-esque mods like the Witherstorm. I think it'd be cool to have more things that kind of just chase you down and hunt you the entire time until they're dead. Now for the negatives. Obviously, the mod breaking bug where he kills himself needs to be immediately patched as quick as you can, because that just completely ruins the entire thing and all the build-up you have going for it. Godzilla himself also needs a better way to get you out of underground, sort of like how the Witherstorm just completely excavates the area underneath it over time. Because if I was just hiding underground, there was no way for Godzilla to actually get to me, as he couldn't really dig at all. He could only shoot radioactive lasers, which didn't really break the ground, they more just instant kill you. Now my final complaint is that the crafting recipes for the items that actually kill him might be a little expensive. The first tier one, when he's in his second mutated form, is way more manageable than if he gets too big to kill with that version, where it requires 3 nether stars. That's a bit ridiculous for any huge mod pack crafting recipe, as it means you spend way more time just away from the mod itself than actually interacting with it in any sort of way. Overall, I think I'll give the mod a 7 out of 10. I think it has a lot of potential, and I'd really like to see it get updated and improved upon, as it would be a really cool and really good mod if it's just more polished. The third and final mod was the Fathomless Crimson. This mod has some horror elements, but is more focused on exploration and just kind of vibes of horror. Almost immediately when I spawned into this world, there was a creature that scared the absolute shit out of me because I wasn't expecting it to have this bright red flash. I was expecting it to be ran at like a dweller. Oh. Okay. Hey, buddy. You gonna jump scare me? Oh my god! As I continued to explore, I'd find this little structure inside of a village with these weird little goobers inside, and then a boss. This would let me craft some very unique armor that I thought actually looked pretty cool. Further exploration revealed even more little set pieces like this camp with cultists in it, who actually were pretty tough to fight. Now for another part of the mod that scared me. There are these things called hallucinations that can spawn, apparently. They look like the actual horror creature itself, and I only saw this one. But when this one attacked me, I had just tabbed out the Discord and basically looked right back at my screen as I just saw something big in front of me, and it scared the crap out of me. So bad, in fact, that it completely peaked my mic, didn't show up, and I just immediately paused. I would find another structure after this that it was way taller and way more looming with I guess, another big boss of the mod, who seemed to be way more important than the other one. He was a little bit hard, but you can kind of just cheese him as you can with most other Minecraft bosses by just running back after death. Now you'll notice I haven't really said anything about any sort of scary creature so far, and that's because I didn't see him for my entire 4 to 5-ish hour playthrough of this mod. I did not see the actual main creature. So I would spawn him in myself, and he kind of just keeled over. I mean, he's really easy to kill if you just block the right moves. I think it was kind of disappointing that after 5 hours I still couldn't get him to spawn naturally. So let's get to the pros and cons. This mod is probably the most polished out of the three, and I think it's objectively the best mod, but maybe not the best horror mod. It's got a lot of content in it, a lot of stuff to find and explore for, and the fact that the creature doesn't spawn a lot means you could actually throw it into other mod packs along with other mods, and it's actually like usable with other things, and it's not like gonna interrupt your world way too much. The negatives are that, well, if you're actually looking for just a horror experience, you're not really going to find it all too much here, as the creatures don't really spawn too much, and that means that you kind of just end up running around finding the same structure over and over again. That brings me to my second point for it, is that the structures spawn way too much. You can find them like every, I'm going to say 200 blocks, which seems like a lot, but isn't when you're actively looking for them. Overall, I'd give it a 9 out of 10 though, as it's a very, very well done mod overall. I'm not going to hold the fact that the creature didn't spawn that much against it, because most horror mods need to make theirs spawn less, actually. And I think that makes it all the more special when you actually do have it show up. Overall, I think all three of these mods are pretty good. I think that the Radioactive Terror has way more room to grow than the Fathomless Crimson. It's such a polished mod, I couldn't imagine any improvements. It's a super good mod. If you like this video though, please like and subscribe or leave a comment. It really helped me out and let me know if you want to see more like this. Other than that, see you in the next one.